As defined by fitness trainer and conditioning coach Greg Glassman, also founder of CrossFit Inc. Metcon, metabolic conditioning or metabolic training, refers to the conditioning exercises intended to increase the storage and delivery of energy for any activity, which simply put by strength and conditioning specialist Brad Borland. This is basically set up with more challenging and dynamic session interval style training when compared to the conventional cardio, with one of the many perks being a spike in the metabolic system, amplifying the amount of calories you burn after you train and throughout the day. Needless to say, a perfect tool to push the body in a caloric deficit, complementing fat loss when gauged accordingly. That being said, this is just a pre-stage to the actual session we're about to dive into in a second here. But first, back to the stubborn fat loss business. So when I'm dieting, the first thing I do is use the Mifflin-St. Jeor equation or formula to get an estimate of my basal metabolic rate, or what I call a 24-hour energy expenditure, to put my caloric intake in check. Knowing what my intake variable is puts me in a much better position to make the necessary adjustment and render the results I'm after. Then I take this variable and distribute it into macronutrients respectively to optimize muscle retention and my energy expenditure throughout the day and around my training accordingly. Now, in the past, I've hit a plateau in the fat loss process, not being able to push my body further into a caloric deficit, as I'm sure many individuals have as well. So to bypass this, I've done two things. One, if there's room for it, I cut my caloric intake a tad bit, which generally does the trick. But if I'm happy with my caloric intake or don't really want the depletion, I then resort to the second avenue, which is basically modifying my activity level, more specifically certain aspects of my training, like adding this circuit we're finally diving into, which has been my go-to doing the trick. That pretty much wraps up this vlog. Hope you enjoyed. You know, one of the main reasons I decided to throw this video up on the channel last minute is because I felt like I bounced back from yesterday, which was a heavy day. Like the saying goes, whenever a dark cloud comes your way, you can either 1, dance in the rain, or 2, get a bottle of margarita mixed dash, 2, curl up inside. So I guess we prefer the former. In this case, it's actually snow, not rain. Anyhow, don't forget to hit thumbs up, leave comments below if you need any clarifications. Don't forget to put on that little bell, and I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.